Part 2, Protecting your data. Data protection, 15 important points to know about your rights. 1. We will be using your personal information in our research to help organise the groups for the focus group discussions. We aim that our discussion will help us to understand the challenges involved in designing and implementing public awareness campaigns for stroke. 2. We will rely on Article 6.1f, legitimate interests, and Article 9.2j, scientific research purposes, of the General Data Protection Regulation, or GDPR, to process your personal data. 3. Your data will be shared only within the research team. 4. Your data will only be retained for as long as is necessary to achieve completion of the research papers and PhD thesis. 5. RCSI has strong cybersecurity in place, and its cloud-based data storage server is maintained to the highest level of security and monitoring. However, in the unlikely event of a data breach, you will be contacted by the research team directly and notified without delay, and the RCSI will contact the Data Protection Commission. Significant protections are also in place to minimise any data stored in hard copy format in the RCSI campus. However, should any breach occur, you will be notified immediately by the doctoral researcher, Deirdre McCartan, and the RCSI Data Protection Officer will be made aware. You have the right to withdraw consent to your personal data being used in the research project. You'll be able to do this by contacting the doctoral researcher, Deirdre McCartan, at 089 444 8401 or Deirdre McCartan at rcsi.ie. If you're not satisfied with how your data is processed, you have the right to lodge a written complaint with the Data Protection Commission, 21 Fitzwilliam Square South, Dublin 2. There's also an online portal for complaints on dataprotection.ie. Alternatively, the telephone numbers of the Data Protection Commission are 016-765-0100 or 1-800-437-737. 8. You have the right to request access to your data and a copy of it. 9. You have the right to restrict or object to processing of your data. 10. You have the right to have any inaccurate information about you corrected or deleted. 11. You have the right to have data about you deleted unless such a request would make it impossible or very difficult to conduct the research. So, for example, a request to delete data at the end of a research project just before it's due to be published. 12. You have the right to data portability. This means that you have the right to move data from one data controller to another in a readable format such as a printout. So, for example, you have the right to take a printed or electronic copy of your data from RCSI to another institute. 13. Your data will not be subject to any decision based solely on automated decision-making tools or profiling. Automated decision-making tools do not require human involvement in decisions, while profiling is where certain aspects of personal data are automatically analysed based on algorithms in a similar way to advertisements generated from previous clicks on the internet. 14. Your data will not be used or processed for reasons beyond the studies in this research project. 15. Your data will not be transferred outside the European Union. Where can I get further information? If you have any further questions about the study, please contact Deirdre McCartan at 089 444 8401 or Deirdre McCartan at rcsi.ie, or the written address is the IPASTAR Collaborative Research Group, that's IPASTAR, which is RCSI, School of Population Health, Bow Lane House, Lower Mercer Street, Dublin 2.